All right, we should be live. Hello and welcome everyone to another episode of Market Trading. I'm your host, Stone Vays. Sorry for the late stream. I don't know how long the stream is going to last. Bunch of stuff, waiting for a friend to arrive, waiting on a bank to call me back. I was supposed to be on a guest on somebody else's stream this entire morning. Was waiting that never happened. I'm supposed to be in somebody's spaces later today. Supposed to grill today. This is just a crazy day. The CPI numbers are out, and yeah, it's a giant mess. Let's go to the charts. Like I said, this stream could be 10 minutes. This stream could be an hour. We're all gonna find out together and be surprised. I already have a bunch of questions in the live chat, so let's get to it. Starting off, where do we start? I happen to have the GBTC chart up. GBTC discount is getting smaller and smaller. We are now about to break out above the 25%, the negative 25%, and I believe we should cross the 20% barrier sometime later this summer. Before the end of September, we should definitely do that. Watch out for the Sasquatch in the background. True, and bears. There's bears. I haven't seen any bears in a couple of years, actually. They're still around. Black bears. I don't know. Bears don't scare me for some reason. I don't know why. What is this? Why is this the Filipino peso? Shit. This is my... Oh, that's not good. I think this was BLX, right? Yes. No idea how the hell that happened. Okay. Let's make sure we save that. Still following the purple path. We are now 10 days into the month. Shout out to one of my good friends and one of my relatives. Both have birthdays today. Neither is watching, but I need to do it anyway. Oh, I'm looking at the comment because you are a Russian native. And I'm like, what is that in reference to? I'm like, oh yeah, the bears. That's true. Like grizzly bears, I'd be I'd be a lot more careful of. Black bears, I don't know. Black bears don't really scare me. Tom, would you please look at... Yeah, okay, so I'm getting a lot of requests. Hey, Mel, I see you are an active moderator. Can you just throw in all those stocks into our moderator chat group, the Q&A Telegram group? Okay, let's go to the charts, the weekly chart. So as I've explained in the last video, I was not bullish on this move. I did not... Whenever the price of Bitcoin rallies for no reason whatsoever, I didn't see a big technical reason for it to rally, and I didn't see a big fundamental reason for it to rally. A lot of people are saying that Bitcoin rallied on the Moody's downgrade of a bunch of banks. I was always concerned that we came up into the 50-period moving average. We came back to the underlying of the horizontal support level. Everything was pointing to this area as being resistance. I was not on the bullish hype train. I hope my friends, Mark Wood and Matt, both got the hell out of their leveraged long trades with a nice profit. I did not get on a long trade. I did not alter my bullish allocation based on Consensio. I remained skeptical. I was waiting for confirmation. I needed a sustained close above $30,500, and I will continue to wait for that close. What's happening now is, if this candle closes this poorly, if we close this candle below 29,500, the good news is that in the near future, I'm not going to need to wait for 30,500. in the near future, I may only need to wait till we break 30,000. And if we do pull back and make a lower low, I could then enter my full bullish positions at, say, 29,500 around the area where I exited into a 50% bullish allocation. In order to lower the 50% bullish allocation, I would need the price of Bitcoin to go below the long-term moving average. The long-term moving average would need to be declining. I have been meaning to release Tyler Jenks's Consensio videos for us to all watch together. I just unfortunately have not had the time. Hey, Satwise, thanks for watching. Okay, before I go on, I do have products that I occasionally sell, and you can find them in products and services. The on-demand videos is trading education. The MRI indicator is the MRI indicator. You can pick either of those up and support. But the best way to support is to come and attend our amazing events. We have one coming up in Dubai, taking place November 5 to 10, an event more for traders, investors, hedge funds. Please follow our Financial Summit YouTube channel, where we are cross-posting our Twitter spaces. We had an awesome Twitter space yesterday. That should be out on YouTube later today. You can watch those on 2x speed. We are also, when we do it, we are also posting the charts that we are discussing so that at least you have a visual. So really, really cool. If you guys want to listen to our spaces on YouTube, I usually listen to stuff on YouTube. I pre-download it on my app, and then I listen to it at 2x speed later on, and without the need for internet. Okay, let's go back to our. Hey guys, come on, we can get 5 subscribers, right? I usually have a few thousand people watch this channel. We really want to get to 1,000 subscribers, but let's do an easier goal. How about 900 by the end of this episode? Also, please like, subscribe to this YouTube channel. They have like multiple subscriber notifications. It's like really weird now. So go ahead and hit that subscribe bell. This is why people aren't getting a lot of my notifications. Unconfiscatable is coming back to Las Vegas. Get your room. Click on it right here. If you're on a mobile app, you may have to click the menu to get this. We have a slight discount for the rooms at the D Hotel. Lots of other options in that area. However, everything at Unconfiscatable is walking distance. Once you get to this area where the hotel is, everything else will be walking distance from there. All right, real quick on the charts, and then we're going to talk about the CPI. So I am now back to being more bearish than bullish. I know the MRI is green, but the next candle will likely make it red. Actually, 2 more candles will likely make it red. But I'm not. Look, I need sustained closes above 30,000. Next time around, the 50-period moving average is going to be lower, so that's an advantage. But still, like, this is not what a bullish chart looks like to me. Short-term chart, nothing interesting. I think the bottom is getting ready to drop out. I think the bottom's getting ready to drop out. Already talked about the discount. I really like the fact that the discount's still, lowering, even though the price of Bitcoin's going down. Oil this is insane. Check this out. Check this out. You're gonna love this. So last week, an article comes out. Biden energy secretary torched. Oh no, this is this article. After they found out that the oil was being sold to China. The other day there was another article. Biden administration. Why am I in caps? Administration says oil reserves are empty. Oil reserves hard to replenish. I mean, I'm not sure what I'm Googling for. Hold on. I know what I'm Googling for, but Biden administration is delaying plans to restock. Here it is. This is what I'm looking for. This is insane. Here's the insanity of it all. I can't spell to save my life. Look at this. Bloomberg reports the Biden administration is again delaying the replenishment of the nation's emergency oil reserve because of market conditions, according to people familiar with the matter. The decision comes as oil prices have rallied over $80 a barrel. This comes out on August 1st. So what do you think the Biden administration is going to do? Well, of course, they're going to do the opposite of what they tell people they're going to do. So I don't know if this is a data error, but the data comes out yesterday. And insanity, this is absolute insanity. The Biden administration, okay, come on, has bought 1 million barrels of oil, not sold. They bought 1 million barrels of oil. And this is the data for 8/4. So while on 8/1, they tell the media that they are not going to buy strategic oil reserve, and they've been selling the strategic oil reserve all year. Like, somebody is not getting the memo. Well, like, I don't understand how this is possible. Like, I don't understand. I am completely dumbfounded by this. The Biden administration has purchased 1 million barrels of oil after selling oil like it's a fire sale, like we have too much. After selling oil all year long, all year, they have just bought 1 million barrels of oil after telling the media that they are not going to buy the oil. Can someone please make this make sense? Now, obviously, I am happy that they bought oil. I mean, this is good for the country. We should have a full oil reserve, especially when the government is trying to start 2 freaking wars. But can someone please rationalize this for me? How are they telling the media that they are delaying the purchases of the oil while buying oil as they are telling them? Make this make sense, please, somebody. Like, people at a mental institution are more, like, you can understand them better than what the Biden administration is doing. Anyway, so, like, if you're going to buy oil, it's like they're selling oil. They were selling oil starting at the end of March, and they were selling it all the way through. So let's go end of March to end of June. Let's look at the price of oil. They're selling oil end of March. So this is the weekly chart. So end of March, this is April right here, end of March. So here, so they're selling oil end of March all the way through the end of June. So they're selling oil all through here. So this is already April, right? So here's April, here's March. So end of March. So right here, actually, I should do it from the top. So as oil is going down until the end of June, they are selling oil right here. This is when they're selling. And now they're buying. Now they're buying right here. This is when they start buying. Talk about selling low and buying high. Like, Jesus Christ. Yeah, I mean, if you don't know what you're doing, neither does your enemy. I completely agree. Like, this is nuts. This is absolutely nuts. I can't make sense of it. I'm sorry. Like, I just can't. Whoa, natural gas pulled back. That's interesting. Let's go to the daily chart. Look at that. Look at that. Natural gas was on a monster rally. Let's see what amounts of this. See, this is where I would be setting a break-even stop. Like, I wouldn't want this to go into a losing position. Like right now, I would still trust the moving average, but that's nasty. I really thought this would have a lot more upside. I would put a break-even stop. I would not. This is tone-based trading rule number 2. Sorry, rule number 3. Tone's rule number 3. Do not let bullish winning positions lose you money. If you did not take profit on this trade, and the trade was up, I mean, it was, if you're in a futures market and they're leveraged to the gills, I think gas futures are leveraged like 200 to 1 or something. I mean, it was up 10%. It's up 10%. I mean, I'm pretty sure gas futures are leveraged over 100 to 1. I'm guessing. Hold on. CME Gas Futures spec. This is your NG future. You can look at the spec. Oh God. They changed the website. Oh, here it is. Okay, let's see. Trading hours price quotation is mm per BTU. Here it is, outright. Spreads are this much. So it's 250. Okay. How much are you buying in a contract? Okay, so look, so one contract is 10,000. Let's just say BTU, right? I'm just gonna make it easy. 10,000 BTU. Intercommodity spread is this little thing, and it moves 0.001. Okay, and that equals $10. So do the math. It's so that's $10. So the change in your contract, every time it moves, every time the contract moves a fraction, a tenth of a penny, your contract moves $10 in price. That's 1,000 to 1. Okay, so this is 1,000 to 1 leverage. I knew it was high. I knew it was high, and so that means that if you had one contract, and someone can correct me if I haven't traded this in a while. It's been at least 7 years since I traded this contract, but I have traded it. So if we look at the price of gas, if the price of gas changed, how much did the price of gas change? Price of gas changed by 30 cents, right? So 30 cents. So every fraction of a penny is a $10 move. So it moved by 30 cents. That should be $3,000. Sorry, 0.3. Yeah, it moved by 30 cents. That should be $3,000 on one contract. That's just one contract. That should be 3,000. Yeah. So this 10% move on a single contract is $3,000. I never traded just one contract. I always traded them in pairs, so either 2 or 4. So this would have been, so had I traded 2 contracts, I would have been up 6 grand on 2 contracts in 3 days. That's not a bad return. And you only have to put up $5,000 to make this trade. Now, of course, if it went the other way, it would have been down $6,000. So I would have been up over 100% on the outlay of the trade. All right, let me get back to, oh crap, starting to rain too. So like I said, this is just a rough day. Let me get back to the spec. Yeah, So every tenth of a penny is a $10 move. Oh, Bali. Man, I miss Bali. Greens from Peru. I've never been to Peru. Pedro, I need to go to Peru. I need to go to Machu Picchu. Okay, starting to rain. Heavy. Shit. You guys hear it? Gold. I remain bullish on gold unless we go below 1925. S&P 500. I'm still a little bearish right now. Yes, the market rallied nicely off the nice CPI print, which we need to talk about, but it's already fading the move. Let's see if it topped at 10 a.m. I haven't talked about the 10 a.m. reversal in a long time. Let's look at a 5-minute chart. And what a surprise. The top comes in at exactly 10 a.m. Holy shit. I have not looked at the 10 a.m. reversal in forever. And here we are. And here we are making the top. How close did we get to 10 a.m.? I actually have to go to a 1-minute chart. The 10 a.m. reversal rears its ugly head. The top comes in at 10:02. 10:02. I don't know if you can get any closer than that to a 10 a.m. reversal at 10:02. High comes in at 10:02. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. 10-minute chart. Oh, a beautiful 10-minute chart. Nice reversal candle on a 10 a.m. candle. You can wait. You can take the short trade right there. This was another one of my strategies when I was full-time trading after quitting my job. My entry would have been right around here. And man, I might have already taken, well, I would have already taken profit over here the first time. That's a 27-point move. Holy shit, that's a lot. I never got days this big back in the day. Volatility wasn't there. I was praying for a 10-point move. Now this is a 30-point move. And now it's still going low. We're already 40 points on the day. That's nuts. What a beautiful 10 a.m. reversal. In 1 hour. And S&P contracts. So I would have traded at least 2 contracts. 30-point move. Man, that's $3,000. That's $3,000 in an hour. Shit. Look, the 10 a.m. reversal doesn't always work, but it was a strategy I was using for over a year, actually, and I consistently made money. Okay, let's go on. Oh, we're talking about Japanese yen. Okay, let's talk about the CPI, then we're gonna look at some stocks. So we sent out this tweet. So the latest CPI annual data is not on this chart. Whoa, what's going on? The latest CPI data is not on the chart. We ticked up to 3.2. For some reason, the government doesn't publish this till like later. I don't know why they can't update it in real time. The latest data comes in at 3.2% annualized. It was 0.2% month over month, but it's 3% annualized. So from last year, from 1 year ago, inflation is up 3%. That's how you read it. From 1 year earlier, we peaked at above 9%. That peak looks like it's in the middle of 2022. Let's wait a second. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, so about a year ago, we were sitting at a 9% annualized inflation. And right now, we are sitting at a 3.2% annualized inflation. Now, why is inflation going down? Inflation is going down mostly due to energy. So guys, please follow the Financial Summit. We tweet out all this information. So right here in the tweet that was replied to, oh, sorry, that didn't work, did it? Right here. You can see that gasoline prices are down 19% from a year earlier. Energy in general is down 12% from a year earlier. Gas services are down 13%. And used cars are down. Remember, the used car market was going nuts. New cars are up in price, and transportation is up in price. Shelter is up in price, and food's up in price. Like the shit that you actually need is really up in price. So you do need energy, and energy ripples through the entire economy. Now, we can go and look at the price of oil from a year earlier. A year earlier, if we go back 1 year to the summer of last year, look how expensive oil was. The summer of last year, we were over $100 a barrel. So the government, they depleted the shit out of the Strategic Petroleum Reserve going into the election, dropping the price of oil, and then they continued to do so over here as well. But they were depleting the price of oil all throughout the second half of 2022, the second half of last year. So the huge crash in oil prices have lowered energy costs for Americans. And that was the biggest factor in lowering inflation. And you can see it right there in the chart, right here, that energy was the big contributor. So, but now what's happening? Now, if we look at the price of oil, oil is ticking back up. So while the headline number, everyone is like, oh, inflation is lower than expectation, inflation is lower than expectation, which is great. It boosted the stock market this morning, but then people started thinking. And when people start thinking, they start making more rational decisions. And when you start thinking, you have a reason for why the stock market is taking is puking out a lung right now as I'm speaking. And the reason is because people are seeing the price of energy going up. The Biden administration, for some reason I can't explain, has bought 1 million barrels of oil and added it to the Strategic Petroleum Reserve after telling the media that they're not going to do that, which is weird. It's just weird. And people know that these cheap energy prices are not going to last. The investors are seeing the price of oil ticking up. This data is from June. So this data is coming in. This data is for July, but oil prices have just started rising. They have not actually hit the economy yet. And this 25% rise in oil prices. Oh, 1 second, I got a call coming in. All right, so so the first thing that happened that's going to end my live stream is the friend has just shown up here in the woods. Okay, so anyway, so this rise in oil prices is going to factor into the economy, and inflation will rise starting next month. But remember, inflation already rose. Inflation is up 0.2% annualized, right? And on an annual basis. We are up. Well, on an annual basis, we are up versus last month. Obviously, we are way down from a year earlier, but we are up annualized versus last month. Okay. And all right, 1 second. Let me mute. All right, I also have screen share on. Up to you. Oh, awesome. Oh, pick out a steak. Oh, they're wrapped up. Ribeyes or okay. All right, yeah. We're gonna have some ribeyes and fillets. Awesome. What's the how you doing? Hi. This is Liz. Yes. Came to visit, and we're gonna have some steaks. Oh God. The last thing we need is beer here. Awesome. Thank you. All right, guys. Let me finish up and right. You want the fridge? Right now? Okay. Give me 5 minutes. So some in there, one sleeping in there still. In there. No, the restroom there too. Okay. Hey, go there, say hi. All right, we are back to screen share. All right, are we back on the mic? Yes. Okay. Anyway, inflation is going to go back up if energy prices are going to go up, and it already started to, but it could be up to 4% in a couple of months going into end of year. And therefore, the Fed is likely to raise more rates. Okay. Okay, let me take a look at a couple of stocks and then. Would I ever go to Burning Man? I don't know, maybe. All right, let me look at some stocks and then we're going to call it a day. CLSK, Clean Spark. I'm going to be at a Clean Spark webinar in Las Vegas in a few weeks. Check that out. How is Clean Spark up 25%, over 20% today? Really? Oh, that's a monthly chart. Yeah, but it was down so much. It's on an MRI. It's on a daily MRI. Yeah, it is up that much. I don't know why it's up so much. I have no idea. They had earnings. Okay, I do know why. They have good earnings. Look at that. They beat on earnings expectations. What else we're looking at? BITF. Someone mentioned about a Bitfarms stock dilution. I don't know much about that. Oh, they did not do great on earnings. Look at that. So, interesting. Yeah, Clean Spark looks great. Other Riot. Riot's taking a bit of a nosedive. They did beat earnings, but clearly people like Clean Spark better. Very interesting how mining, Mara, is going in a different direction. Most of them are down, only Clean Spark's up. I think Clean Spark is going to fade down because I'm also a bit bearish on Bitcoin for the short term. Okay, next. Yeah, I don't know much about Bitcoin stock dilution. I have to look that up. PLTR. Nope, don't like it. About to break MRI support line. It's not good. Palantir is in trouble. I would wait for the break in the moving averages. I don't like that chart at all. And Roku, Meta, and Apple. Okay. Roku looks great. Roku is coming up on support. It looks a lot better than the previous stock we looked at. Roku looks okay. It definitely got out of hand there, but I would look for a bounce of support, and then buying the bounce may not be a bad idea. We have Meta. Can't believe they changed it from Facebook. Doesn't look like trouble yet, but if we start approaching that MRI support line and break the next moving average, then it's going to look very, very bad. And finally, we have Apple. And Apple does not look good, but it has support over 170. All right, guys, that is it for me. Thank you all so much for watching. I need to do some grilling. These do not look like ribeyes. It is a ribeye. Wow. Okay, they look like strips, right? It is a ribeye. Let's see. All right, got some ribeyes. I prefer, well, it's all right. Ribeye is a ribeye. With or without the bone, they're always great. All right, guys. All right, thank you all for watching, and I will see you all